these 5 arrested people, because 3 out of 5, 3 have the same last name, are they related to the same family? Because seems a 61 years old woman, seems to be a mother or a sons, and what are their relations, and how they entered Canada, and what was the date of their arrest? Because today is 28th October. Are they, some of them, already out on bail, or they are still in custody?
So I'll go back to your first question. They are all the same family. It is 2 brothers and a mother. As far as I know, the brothers were born in Canada. I can't comment on the mother. I don't have that information in front of me. I'm sorry. You had a couple other questions in there.
How they entered Canada, since they are born here, so yeah, that's fine. And date of their arrest, and are they already out on bail?
So 2 remain in custody. The one brother, Navdeep Nagra, remains in custody. The other subject, RH, he remains in custody. 2 were released from court after their bail hearing, and 1 was released on the day of on an undertaking.
There was an incident, same like armed intruders last week in Brampton, and we would like to know, residents want to know if they have a licensed legal gun weapon with them. And if there is a home invasion by the armed intruders, what are the rights of homeowners? Because last week, one of the Bramptonian homeowner, he opened fire on the intruders and they ran away. So in that case, residents want to know what are their legal rights if there is a home invasion by armed intruders.
You know, the reality is yeah, it's very clearly defined in terms of legislation what a person can do to protect themselves and protect somebody else. And at a base grassroots level, a person is allowed to use a reasonable amount of force to protect themselves or somebody else. But this is a complex question that, you know, I can tell you that particular incident wasn't under, will always happen with consultation with the Crowns and legal minds that are really much brighter than mine. But the way I understand it is the level of force that anybody uses has to be commensurate to the threat. And that's where some of the complexities and difficulties in explaining that situation is. But, you know, I think we're having this conversation because, as we said, people are beginning to feel unsafe in their homes. And they're asking, well, how should we protect it? The reality is this is how we protect it. We remove the illegal firearms, as we've demonstrated here today, but as we've demonstrated at record-breaking levels here in Peel, we're doing everything we can to remove firearms from our community, so this is a conversation and a reality that we don't have to have or experience.
Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate the comment and your question about those individuals that might be on bail or previous crimes. I do want to dwell on that because, you know, it's become a theme and it's of great concern. You know, we have a great privilege as elected officials, especially in this position that we hold now. We have the privilege of representing the public, and then we have the privilege of working alongside fine officers like this. And something's fundamentally wrong when we have that privilege as elected officials and we keep putting citizens and police officers in harm's way because of just what you referred to, bail, the revolving system of justice, the fact that so many of them are that bad penny that keeps coming back. Of all the startling information, half the people that we pick up for a crime are known to us and have done another crime or are on bail. Something's got to give on that front, which speaks to your question. The second thought from your question that concerns me as well as someone that's lived here all my life, getting to the point where people think they may have to defend themselves. It shouldn't have to come to that. It shouldn't be our role as individual citizens to take up arms and have to defend ourselves, but you can understand why some people feel that way. So I hope the message, and I want to be clear, I know the Premier gets it. Premier Ford has been a tremendous friend on the law enforcement file and understanding that something needs to be done. Minister Kersner has been outstanding and a great friend of Peel. Just today, Minister McGregor, talking about bail reform, says something needs to be done so that people know they face consequences when they commit crimes like this and don't go out and do it again just so we can put our officers back in harm's way. Thank you very much for that question.
Today represents a significant day, the conclusion of Project Sledgehammer, which is the work of our investigators in our Special Enforcement Bureau. They have arrested 5 individuals responsible for numerous drug and gun offenses. Many of them you can see here, but also these individuals are responsible for bringing harm to our community, sale and distribution of firearms, which we know were destined for the streets right here in the GTA. We look at carjackings, the robberies, auto theft, the home invasions. All of them, and many of them, are involving firearms. And these are the type of individuals or groups responsible for them. What we want to do is also highlight the dramatic rise in shootings and the arrests of those with firearms, not just here in Peel, right across Ontario, the GTA. It continues to require conversations with all levels of government so we can ensure that we can stop this. Also, we want to show that the work of our individuals, when we have the resources to be able to do this, we produce results.